All right, so the
Sweet
Birds.
custard.
Yeah, I got a question for everyone on the Eagles. Because, look, people have been really hard on the Eagles this week. We've been really hard. I mean, people have been really hard. And it got me wondering here if we have been, we, the collective, or any individuals, if we've been too hard on the Birds this week. Do you think we have? And I'm curious, yes or no, why or why not do you think we've been too hard on the Eagles? And I think we're going to get answers both ways and with a lot of different reasons attached. Talk to us today at 215-592-9494. John, first crack at it goes to you. Have we been too hard on the Eagles? Yes or no, why or why not?
This is a complicated answer. Have we been too hard on the Eagles? Yeah. I think we've been sort of hard. No, we haven't been too hard on the Eagles, but we've been lovingly hard and appreciatingly hard. But the bottom line, I appreciate what they've done to get here to 8-4 and to put themselves in great position for a playoff run, a push.
Sure.
But I don't have faith that this team is going to be good enough to win in the playoffs.
So you have tremendous doubt at this point.
I have thankfulness that they've succeeded to some degree. Mm-hmm. But, man, I don't see unless they get a whole heck of a lot better in two major ways.
Okay.
I don't see a whole lot of hope. And the two major ways are they need to stop the run and they need to run the football. So that's, right. Like the two things that I believe every team has to do, especially this time of year. The teams that you see that really are rounding into form, they stop the run and they run the football, and this is universal, guys. And I don't care, what other frills they put on it. That's what matters. And go look around. Go look at what the Seahawks are doing. They're stopping the run and they're running the football.
Well, you can also look at two teams that have won the Super Bowl for the Eagles, because 2017 and 2024 both did that. 2017 Eagles weren't prolific running the ball, but they were pretty freaking good at it. They had three different running backs. They were pretty damn good at running the ball. They were great at stopping the run, and obviously last year was historic at running the ball and pretty freaking good at stopping the run. So
tell me, this team right now, are they stopping the run? Last week, what did we do? Two backs climbed all over us for 125 and 130 yards.
Yeah.
Are we stopping the run? Saquon Barkley, how's he looking?
Yeah.
There aren't even enough carries to go around. We got this Bigsby guy we want to see, but we don't move the sticks often enough to even have a chance to see if these guys are any good. So I don't believe our team right now, as we are playing, unless we get a whole heck of a lot better at blocking up front, clearing lanes, big lanes, like we did last year for our backs. And how are we going to do that when the offensive line is completely different than what we thought it was going to be, and it's broken down and wounded and healing and in all different phases of disarray? How is that going to get fixed, and how are we going to start stopping the run? If we can do that, I'll feel a lot happier than this, appreciatingly, I don't know, what was the word that I used? Anyway, I don't think we've been too hard.
Fair enough. Well, look, I ask everyone at 215-592-9494 because the house has come crashing on them. And when I say the house, I mean the city of Philadelphia, surrounding area. The vibe in the city has been rough. Have we, the collective, been too hard on them? Yes or no? Why or why not? Here's my answer. Mostly no. Mostly no. I don't think we've been too hard on them, with two exceptions, and I'll get to that in a moment. But let me just say this. I think they deserve the scorn, the contempt, the disgust, because they should be playing better than this. And that actually includes when they were 8-2. On offense this year, they should be playing better than this. And I ain't not going to back off that. I don't care that they won the Super Bowl last year. I don't care that they were 8-2. Like, I do care.
I don't know about scorn and contempt.
Scorn and contempt. Because, John, you've had contempt for AJ. You think he doesn't try his hardest. I mean, like if you think someone doesn't try as hard, then that should be scoring. James, you've got scoring for AJ because you think he's popped off when he shouldn't. By the way, I agree with you. So, like, yeah, I'll use scorn and contempt with certain aspects of the football team. And I'm going to repeat, they should be playing better than this. That includes the defense last week to what John's talking about, stopping the run. Here's what I know. Jordan Davis was in there. Jalen Carter was in there. Zach Vaughn was up there. Jacoby was up there. Like Cooper DeJean was not moved to the outside, so he's in a tackling position as a slot corner. Like a lot was set in a way that they should not have given up whatever, 200 and blank yards. I don't know what it was. By the way, over 850 yards given up in the last 2 weeks. And that's on the stronger side of the football. The offense has been a disaster. So when I answer the question, have we been too hard on the Eagles? I say mostly no, for the reasons I just said on the no side. Here's the why I put the word mostly in there. There's two specific aspects that I do think we've been too hard. And I'm not even part of the first, but most are. The Kevin Patullo thing, I think, is out of control. I think it's out of control. Guys, he does not deserve this. I'm not talking about the egg of his house. Everyone knows he doesn't deserve that. I'm talking about the ridicule coming his way. I really do not think it's on him. Now, maybe he could be a little better. I'm not eschewing that possibility. But I will tell you this. I do not think it is Kevin Patullo's fault that the Eagles cannot effectively run and cannot effectively pass. I honestly don't. I just don't think it's his fault. So I think he has been way too blamed. And in that sense, too hard on him. The other, I'd say, is team doubt moving forward. I think team doubt has become too pervasive. We had a poll yesterday. Are the Eagles still a Super Bowl contender? 65% of people said they are not a Super Bowl contender. I consider that insane. Now, if you think this is truly 2023 all over again, and we're just 5-6 weeks away from them walking off a plank, well, you might be right. I mean, maybe you will be right. But I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm not ready to say, this is over, blow it up now.
I'm ready to say that we are a playoff team, but we're not a Super Bowl team.
So I think they can still get there. Look, despite all the negatives, they've won 8 of their first 12 games. They still have the third best record in the conference. They still have a series of quality wins, both at home and on the road, and they can actually play better. So to net it all out, do I think we've been too hard on them? Mostly, no. For the reasons I said, both sides of the ledger. Seltzer, talk to me.
Run.
Yeah, we've absolutely been too hard on them. This is crazy. They won the Super Bowl last year, and I understand it's a new season and all that, but people are talking about, like, firing Sirianni, and this guy's a horrible coach. The quarterback's a disaster. Let's get rid of him. Like, this is way too far. It's hard to win the Super Bowl and turn it around and come back. Look, this in 2018, the only other time in our existence we have experienced a Super Bowl winner, they were 5-7. At this point in the season, 5-7.
But you know what, James?
They went on a run at the end.
But they also deserved contempt for being 5-7.
But no, contempt is the wrong word. No, you know what? Like, they won the Super Bowl last year. Like, I want them to win again this year, but I did not expect them to win the Super Bowl again. Like, I hope they would. Sure. I had belief in these guys that they maybe could, but I didn't expect it. Like, I'm not coming into this being like they're 8-4 and they haven't played amazing. But like, I don't think, like, other than a little bit of AJ issue, I don't think these guys are like, purposefully not trying. I think they're beat up. We're seeing injuries. We're seeing they're tired. Like, I just think that we are expecting too much from this team. And we can criticize what we see on the field, and we can criticize lack of effort for sure. But I think the expectations have gone way too far. Not understand, like, they deserve a little grace coming off the Super Bowl, I think.
Okay. Well, I didn't think it would be as difficult for our offensive line to even out and figure out the injuries and a way to just block as well or nearly as well as they always did.
See, I give them grace because of the injuries there. I think that's a lot of the injuries.
In the past, they always did figure it out. In the past, it was, like, Jason Peters is a coach, not a left tackle for the Super Bowl. It was we figured out a way, and I don't know if for whatever reason, maybe it was because it was every single spot across the O-line, got banged up so badly, we weren't able to figure it out and get to the same level that we're accustomed to as a running back room and as a fan base. The holes were not there. We're not seeing them, just like the backs aren't seeing them.